Hey guys, today in this video we are going to create a highly responsive portfolio website. So let's take a look first. So let me reload this page. Okay, so the texts are coming up animated, like say it's coming up like a pop-up from the bottom to down. Okay, and then if we scroll in the project section, the cards are coming animated. Okay, and this is the project section, and then we have skill section. This is the skill section. Okay, and then we have testimonials, and finally we have get in touch, our contact section. Okay, so this is what we are going to build today, and this website is highly responsive, guys. If we look it on a small screen, then you will see it's a highly responsive website. It will work great on every screen. Okay, so this is the small screen, and then as you can see the cards are coming animated as well, and this is the skill section, and then testimonial section, and finally get in touch section. Okay, so this is what we are going to build today, and for building this we will be using Next.js and Tailwind CSS. Okay, so let's close this up and let's go to the top, and let's go here, and I'm going to open my terminal, typing cmd here, and I will write npx create next app at latest, and we are going to name it portfolio yt. Okay, hit enter. Now we have a typo here. It will be next dash app. Okay, like this, and we will be using TypeScript. We will be using ESLint, Tailwind yes, source directory yes, app router yes, and import aliases no. Okay, so let's wait till it's create our project. Okay, so our project is ready. We will cd into it, cd portfolio dash yt. Okay, and now I will write code dot to open VS Code inside this folder, and my VS Code is here, guys. Here it is. Okay, now we can close the terminal, we don't need it. Now we will open terminal inside the VS Code and type npm run dev. This will run our app, and we will go to the source directory, and inside this layout folder we will change the title to portfolio. Okay, since we are already running a app on 3000, it will run on 301. Yeah, it's running on 301, as you can see. So if I'll just click on it, it should open it here. Okay, so our app is here, it's working fine. So let's go back. Okay, so the very first thing which we are going to do is we are going to go into the tailwind config.js file, and inside the tailwind config.js file we are going to do some stuff. We are going to remove this background extend thingy. Okay, and then we are going to write container. Okay, and this is an object, and we will type center to true, and padding to 15 pixel. So 15 pixel will be default left and right padding, and our center to true means container will always be in center. It's same like doing MX auto, margin left and right auto. Okay, then we will do colors, and we will take accent. We take a color hash 08 E95 E. Okay, so this will be our color. That's all. Just close this file. Make sure you save it before closing. Okay, and then what we are going to do is we are going to go back to the layout.js file. Not layout.js, we are going to go into the source folder, and inside this source folder we are going to create a new folder called component. Okay, and inside this component folder we are going to create a component called hero. Okay, and I will do RAFCE to create a React arrow based functional component, and you can do the same by using this extension which I have installed already, this one ES7 React Redux React Native snippets. Okay, so our hero section is here. So inside the pages, what we are going to do is we will collapse everything and delete everything, and I will rewrite main, and inside this main I'm going to take hero, and it should be displaying right now. Yeah, our hero is here, and now we will go back to global.css and remove everything inside it except Tailwind classes. Okay, Tailwind base, component and utilities. Okay, now what we are going to do is we will be doing some stuff here. We will be taking add layer, and we will be targeting base layer. Okay, so and then we are taking our body, and then what we are going to do here, we are going to set the color to white, that is FFF, and background color to black, that is 0. Okay, so let's go back and check this out. Our background is black and text is white. Okay, looking great. Let's go back to the hero section, and in here what we are going to do, we need banner.bg.jpg. Okay, so for that we are going to go back to our old build, and then inside this old build we have some stuffs which we are going to copy. So we will just copy this public folder instead. Okay, and then just going to the new project and then just paste the public folder here and replace the file in this destination. Okay, so we should have some images like the banner.jpg. Okay, this will be our banner. Okay, so let's go back to the hero section and let's go give it some class. bg url blank. So for smaller devices we will have a blank bg. Okay, for okay, so our background should be visible right now. Let's see. Yeah, our image is here, and on the right side we are going to write the text, I am David. Okay, so what we are going to do is we will go back to the hero section and we are going to create a new component called navbar. Okay, so let's go navbar, and we will do RAFCE to create an arrow based React functional component. And in here what we are going to do is we are going to create our navbar, beautiful navbar. So let's go class name, container, and padding top 8. Okay, then we will do flex, class name flex, justify between, and then items center. Okay, and then we will do text XL, font medium, and we are going to write David. If I open it side by side, then you guys can see it better. So let's try opening it side by side. Okay, I can make VS Code a little bit more smaller. Okay, now you guys can see what is going on in real time. Okay, so we have this David written here, and what we are going to do is we are going to go back to our hero component, and we will take this navbar and use it here and save it. So our David is here already, and then what we are going to do is we are going to take a UL we are going to take a UL, and inside this UL we are going to take some classes. So class name gap of 10, and then on LG gap of 16 hidden by default, and on MD it will be flex. Okay, then what we are going to do is we are going to take an li, and then inside this li we are going to take home. Okay, and then we are going to take a custom class media menu link. Okay, we have not created it, we will create it soon. So we have this menus here, these menus. Okay, since it's hidden by default and it's visible on MD, that's why it's not visible on this screen. If I'll just make it bigger, then you guys can see what is going on. Yeah, as you can see what is going on here now. So I'll just make it bigger. I don't want to make this split the screen, it's just too annoying. Okay, then what we are going to do, we are going to import a library, install a library called React Icons. So I'm just going to go and open terminal, and then I'm going to install React Icons. So for React Icons, what we are going to do is we are going to search React Icons. Okay, and then I'm just going to copy this line and go back and paste, and go back here and search for an icon called menu, and this one I like, so I just click and copy it, and then I'm just going to close this one, and I'm just going to import the icon. So import curly braces, and then icon name from, you are going to say React Icons. Okay, and then slash AI, because it's starting with AI, so that's why we are doing slash AI. Okay, so outside this UL we are going to take this icon AI outline menu, class name nope, class name md hidden. From md or devices bigger than md, it will be hidden, and size would be 30. Okay, so now it should be responsive. So if I just make it smaller, then you can see on a small screen we have this hamburger menu, and then on large screen we have this menus. Okay, so we have still not created our custom class, that is menu link. So let's do it. So copy menu link, and I'm going to go to the global.css. okay, yeah, and I'm just going to target at layer components. Okay, and inside here I'm just going to write menu link like this, and then we are going to do at apply cursor pointer, and on hover text color would be hash c5 c5 c5. Okay, let's check this out. Yeah, it's working. Okay, so this is okay. Now let's go back to the hero component, and let's keep working on it. So hero component is here, and then what we are going to do is we are going to take a div, and inside this div we will take a class name container, and then grade lg grade dash call 2, and height we will calculate the height. What we will do, we will take full screen size minus 60 pixel. 60 pixel is the height of our nav bar, that's why we are removing it. Okay, and then we will take a div, a blank div. Okay, and class name hidden by default, and on lg it will be block. Okay, and then we are going to take another div with class name text by default 100 pixel, and from a smaller device or devices bigger than a smaller, it will be 130 pixel. Okay, and then font bold. Okay, then leading tight, and flex, justify center, and item center. Then we will take a div, a wrapper div, and we will take a p tag, and we will do I am, again another p tag, David, another p tag is Smith. Okay, let's save this and let's check this out. Yep, it's looking perfect. And if we make it smaller, then also it's looking perfect, no issue here. Once we hit this size, then the image is gone, and the text is smaller here. And if we go all the way to 360 pixel, then it's looking perfect, no issue is here now. Okay, so this is working. Let's go back and create our project section. So for project section, what we are going to do is we will have to create a new component called projects. Okay, so inside the components, I'm just going to create a new component called projects, projects dot tsx. Okay, and I will do rafce create a React arrow based functional component. Okay, so now what we are going to do is we will be having some data which I am going to copy paste. So we will be having this data now. So what is inside this data? We have an ID, we have a title, project title, we have project description, we have project image, and we have project tag, that which technology or language is used inside this project. Okay, so you can modify it accordingly, but I'm not going to modify. I'm going to keep it simple and straight. Okay, so and with that being said, we are also going to create a new component called heading. So because we will be having a lot of headings in every section, we will be having headings, so that's why we are creating a heading component so that we can easily use it, reuse it. Okay, so I will do RAFCE. Okay, heading component is fairly simple. It will accept a prop called title, and since we are using TypeScript, then we have to define our props. So interface props type, title will be in a string. Okay, then what we are going to do is we can just say react.fc functional component, and we can say props type. Okay, so the error is gone now, and then we can do is we can remove this from here, and then we can just do class name text sender and text for Excel and padding bottom of 8. Okay, and then we can do is take a p tag and give it a class name border b4 and inline block and padding bottom 2, and there we will render our title. Okay, so let's go back to the project component now and scroll down. We will take class name container and padding top 32, that is 8 rem or 128 pixel. Okay, then we will take our heading component heading and pass it a title prop of my projects. Okay, then we will take a div. Let's see what we have right now. So let's wait for a while. Okay, so we are not rendering it, so we need to go back to the pages. Okay, and inside hero we are going to do projects. Okay, so let's go back. So we have this right now, my projects. Okay, so let's go back to the project component, and inside this we will have a class name grade. Okay, gap of 10 and Excel gap 0, Excel gap y 10, md grade dash call dash 2, lg grade dash calls dash 3, and place item center. Okay, So now what we are going to do is we go back here and open a curly bracket, and we'll use our data which is at the top, which we have copy pasted, and we will take item from it, and we will just do, we will be having a card component which we will create right now. Card.tsx. Okay, so let's do RAFCE. Okay, so we will be having these props, and we will be destructuring them here. Then I will do react.fc and props type. Okay, we will import our card component here, and we will call it element instead of item, and we will pass this key, title, description, image, and tags. Okay, so we are passing this from project component to card component, and let me show you what we have right now. We have this something like this: card, card, card. Okay, so it's working. So what we are going to do, we have to design our card component. So let's go back and to the card component, and let's design it. First of all, remove this, and then class name, border accent, width 300 pixel, and on SM width 350 pixel. Okay, we will take a div, and inside this div we will take image component, next image component. Okay, we have imported it from Next.js. Okay, then we will do class name, width of 300 pixel, and on SM width of 350 pixel, height auto. Okay, so this is what we are giving to our source. Will be image, and width will be 350, height will be 350, alt will be title, and then we can close this out. Okay, so our image component is ready. Let's see what is it's displaying. Yep, our image is here right now. So let's go create stuff like that, like this title and this description and this text. Okay, so let's do it. Go back here to our card component, and outside this div we are going to take a div with class name, padding 4, space y4. Okay, then we are going to take div, class name, text for Excel, font extra light, and we will render our title here. Okay, then we will render our, we will take a div first, then we will render our description here. So title and description done, and we need to take a div again, and inside this div we are going to take tags, which is an array. Okay, so we will take map on it, and we'll do element. Okay, again, and we are going to return a div. Okay, and we will do a class name of tags. Okay, and key we can use tags as well. Oh no, sorry, element as well as key. Okay, and inside this we will just do element. So let's see what we have right now. So we have something like this, but our title is perfect, our description is good, but our tags are not perfect. They need to be aligned something like this. Okay, so that's why we have given tags class. So we will modify tag class inside our global.css. so let's take these tags and let's go here and then do tags, and we will be doing little bit of stylings, which I'm going to copy paste. So our tags will be having this style, and if I will just save it, you can see we have the tags, but they are all in one color, but we want in different colors like this. So what we can do is we can just make it we can just make use of nth child, and we can change the color using that. So like this, we have this nth child 1, because nth child 2, sorry, one is already this color, that's why we are doing 2 with a purple color, 3 with a green color, 4 with a tomato type color, and 5 with a green color, also 6 with a sky color, and 7 with a yellow color. So this is what we are doing. If you have more tags, you can increase more color, you can take more colors. Okay, so this is the color of the tags, they are appearing right now. So my project section is also done here. Let's see what section left now. The next section is this section, is skill section. Okay, so it's not really hard, it's easy. So for skill section, what we are going to do is we are going to create a new component called skills, skills.tsx. okay, and we'll go back to the pages, and wait, let's do RAFCE first. Okay, then go back to the pages and then import skills. Okay, so skills is here. Okay, then we will take a div with class name grade, and on MD grade called 2 and gap of 20 and item center. Okay, then we are going to take a div, and inside this div we are going to take a h2, and in here we are going to do class name text for Excel, MD text 5 Excel. Okay, and okay, so let's see what we have right now. Technologies I work with. Okay, great. And after this we will be having a lorem ipsum which I'm going to copy paste with text gray 500 and padding top 2. Okay, so this is it. Then we can just, after this div, we can open a div, and again we can open a div, and inside here we will do class name grade call to, and text as sent, text 3 XL, and sm text 4 XL. Okay, and we will take a div with class name space y2. Okay, then we will take an h2 and we can write our skills like say Next.js, remix.js, react.js. Okay, then we can do is, what we can do is we can just copy this here one more time. Then we can write Tailwind, and we can write CSS, and we can write node.js. So these are our skills. So let's see what we have here. So yep, it's working, looking awesome. So our skill section is also done here. Now next up is the testimonial section, so it's also easy. So let's go back and create our testimonial section. Okay, so I think I have misspelled it. It's testimonials like this, and also the file name, inside the file name I'm going to rename it to testimonials. Okay, good. And in testimonial we will be having testimonial data, which I'm going to copy paste here. So we have testimonial data, we have company name, description, image, name, designation. Okay, so this is what we have. And inside here we will do container, padding top 32, and we will take our heading component, and we will take title, and we will write testimonials. Okay, and then we will take a div and with a class name of grade, and on md grade call to, and on lg grade call 3, and gap of 8. Okay, so now what we are going to do is we are going to create a component called testimonial card. So we can just go ahead and do something like this, testimonial card.tsx. okay, and I will do RAFCE. okay, so we'll create a testimonial card pretty quickly. So what we are going to do is we will be having these props. okay, so this is the props type, and I'll just quickly use it. React.fc props type, and then we can take company name, description, image, name, designation. okay, now what we are going to do is we will go here and take a class border. okay, border accent, padding 8, height 450 pixel. okay, flex call, justify between. okay, then we can take an h2 and render our company name and style it a little bit. text 3 excel, text accent. okay, then inside the p tag we will take description. okay, after this we will take a div and give it a class name of flex and gap 4. okay, and then take image from next image, imported from next image, and then give it a class name of grayscale. okay, and then rounded full, then src equals to image, height 50, and then weight 50, alt user, and let's close this out. okay, so this is our image. Then we will take a div and then h2, name, and a p tag, designation. okay, let's style p tag a little bit. text gray 500. okay, so our testimonial card is ready. So we can go back to the testimonial, and inside in here what we are going to do, we will do testimonial data. okay, dot map. okay, good. we will take item as well as index. okay, and we can return testimonial card from here. it will be like this. okay, so there's some syntax problem, so I just clear it out and then just paste it paste it here. So we have testimonial data dot map, then we have item as well as index. We are taking the index for the key. Okay, then we are passing the items, corresponding items to the props. Okay, so let's just save this and let's see if we have our testimonial. This is the old build. Okay, so we are not rendering it, so let's go back to the pages and let's go render testimonials. Okay, so let's go. Our testimonial section is also here, looking good. Now we have only one more section remaining, which is this one here, get in touch section, or you can say contact section. So let's go and call it contact section, and let's go create inside the component folder. I'm going to create a new component called contact tsx. Okay, and I will do RAFCE to create arrow based React functional component, and then inside the pages I'm going to quickly import it. So I will write contact and auto import it from our contact. Okay, and we don't need this image, so just remove this one. Okay, so let's go and check this out if we have our contact. Yep, it's here. So let's go quickly design it. So let's go back in the contact, and in contact let's remove this one here and go here and give it a class name of padding top 32 and container. Okay, then go here and give it a class of grade. Okay, and then on md grade call to and gap of 10. Okay, so for md or for devices above md it will be of 2 column grid. For devices smaller than the md it will be of 1 column grid. I mean, it will be just a grid with no columns at all. So by default it will have a 1 column. Okay, so let's do a space space y8, and then we will take h2 and we will take a class name text 5xl get in touch. Okay, and then we will be having a p tag, and this p tag is going to have this thingy here, and we will be removing some stuff. Okay, so let's go and take a look. Okay, so it's coming into the shape, guys. It's coming into the shape. Okay, so okay, so let's go back and keep working on it. So here after this p we will be having a div. Okay, so this div will have a class name of flex gap 3 items center, and we will be having a mail icon which I'm just going to import from React icon. So I will be importing import AI icon mail from React icons /AI. Okay, good. Then what we are going to do is we are going to do something like this, and we will give it a size of 30 and then close it out, and then I will write hello@bravecoders.com. Okay, looking great. Then we will just copy this one, and this time the icon will be BS telephone. Okay, so I can just copy paste BS telephone. Okay, and the text will be this, and of course we have to import the BS telephone icon. Okay, from React icons /BS. Okay, so let's take a look. Yep, looking perfect. Now we are done with this, the left part. Now we are going to do the right part. Okay, so for right part, let's go back again. What we are going to do is we are going to come here, and we are going to collapse this space y thingy, and then we are going to do take a div, give it a class name of space y-8. Okay, then take a flex and flex call. Okay, gap 1. Okay, and then what we are going to do is we are going to take a label inside this. Okay, so label for name. Okay, and we will write name. Okay, something like this, and then we will take an input. Okay, of type text. Good, class name, height of 40 pixel, bg transparent, border accent. Okay, and we will give it an ID of name. Okay, so let's check out what we have. So we have this. If we click on this name here, it's going to highlight this, because this label has the name ID, and this input has the name ID also. So HTML4, inside HTML4 we are giving name. As you can see here, inside the HTML4 we are giving name. Okay, and then we are having an ID with name here, so it's focusing this input when we click on this label. So I click on this label, and it's focusing this input. Okay, so as you can see, I'm clicking here and it's focusing this input. Okay, so this is the use of the label and name. Okay, so let's go back, and we can just copy this thingy one more time, no, two more time. Okay, so and then we can just change it to email, and we can change it to email here, and name to email, ID to email. Okay, this should be good, and then this will be message and HTML for MSG, and MSG here, and instead of this input we are going to text area. Okay, so this type field will be removed. We don't have any type field in text area, and it will be something like this, text area. Okay, and we will be doing rows 8. Okay, let's check it out. So we have our message, Okay, so rows is not working because we are giving height, so we remove this height here and this should work now. Yep, our message is here. If we type something, it's also working. Okay, so now we are going to create a button. After this input we are going to create a button. So let's take a button and give it a class name bg ascent. Okay, p2 px6. Okay, and then just the text send. This should work now. Yep, it's working. And finally what we are going to do is we are going to create our footer. So for creating our footer we are going to go back in here and create a new component called footer.tsx. okay, and I will do rafce. Okay, so our footer is here, and inside the layout we are going to do, since footer is a thing which comes on every pages, so we are not including it in our page, we are including it in our layout. So footer import, auto import, and then do it something like this. Footer should be here. Yep, it's here. So let's go quickly create our footer. So inside this footer what we are going to do is we are going to take a div. We have a div, we are going to give it a class name of mt16 and py6 and text center and bg ascent. Okay, and we are going to write this. Okay, so we don't need any spaces, so like this. So it should be over here now. Yep, our footer is here. So it's complete now guys. As you can see our site is complete, but now what we are going to do is we are going to do the animations, as you can see on this page here. So for animation we are going to use a library called AOS animate on scroll. Okay, so to use that library what we are going to do, we are going to search for AOS. Okay, so it will come up with animate on scroll library. Okay, so this is it, and we can scroll it down. We have many effects like say fade left, fade up, right. We have many effects, you guys can use whatever effect you like. Okay, so keep scrolling until you see this. So we have this npm install aos save dash save. Okay, so we will go back in here and then open our terminal and do this install aos. Once it's installed, go back to the pages component, and then inside this pages component what we are going to do is we are going to import aos and its css. Okay, so we are going to do something like this: import aos from aos and then import aos dist slash aos.css, and it's throwing us an error. To just hover it and do something like this. Just copy this line here and go back to the terminal and paste this line here so that we can remove the type error. Okay, so the error is gone now. Then we will take a use effect. We will go here and then we will take a use effect. Okay, and inside auto import it from React. Okay, so inside in here what we are going to do is we are going to make this component use client, because we are using use effect, so we have to use client. Okay, so this is it, use client at the top, and this is our use effect. And then we can take the aos library Okay, so the AOS library and do some configurations, something like this, aos.init, and then I'm passing a configuration object which you guys can see easily. It will be available on my GitHub, so don't worry about anything. Everything will be available on the GitHub, so you guys can copy from there. So we are just is passing this object, configuration object, and then we are doing aos.refresh. So this is what we are doing inside the user effect, and then we have to pass the dependency. So we will pass an empty array so that it only runs once per application node. Okay, not on the every time. Okay, so this is it. And then what we can do is we can go to the hero component. Let's start from the hero component. The animation which we are going to use is zoom in up. Okay, so this is what we are going to use. So zoom in up, so I can just go inside this p here and type data dash aos dash zoom in up. So this is how this library will work. Zoom in up, zoom in up. Okay, so let's go and check this out and try to refresh this page, and you will see this beautiful animation. Okay, so again we will do this for the cards. So let's go in the card, and then we are going to do inside the main container zoom in up. So we have this, and we have to reload the page for this library to work correctly. Yep, working. And then we will go to the skill section, and in the skill section we will go here, and not here, here actually, and apply here and apply. Let's do it in every skill so that they can come up individually. Okay, okay, so it's coming, looking awesome. Now testimonial. So let's go back to testimonial card, and inside it here let's go to zoom in up, and reload the page, and this is it for the testimonial. And let's go do it for the contact page. So for the contact, let's go here and do it here separately, and here separately, and here and here. Typo here, so let's remove it. So it's here, and then we can do is we can take this one here, here, and finally on the send button. So let's save it and try reloading the page, and as you guys can see, it's coming up animating. So this is we are done with our tutorial, guys. So let's check once more if everything is working. This is working, this is also working, this is also working, this is also working, and everything is working pretty fine. So that's all for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please do subscribe to the channel, and please do support the channel. Thank you so much for watching. I will meet you in the next one.